Hi guys, I thought it'd be a really good idea to throw in a section about streaming basics. I had to double check there which section I was on. I'm literally back-to-backing sections. I think a lot of people approach their computer like it's just a box that they plug in, the internet is there, you connect to it, and the experience is always the same. Unfortunately, the internet doesn't operate like that. There is no consistency to it in some senses. At least when it comes to internet connectivity and speed, it doesn't. We have a lot of variables that can go wrong. I'm going to give you two words today. I was going to give you one, but I'm going to go that extra mile and chuck in another word. Latency and congestion. We're going to really focus on latency and the issue about latency when it comes to video chat. Now, you might have had I think most people have experienced the television set. It's been around quite a long time. The experience that you have with a television set is that you have a remote control. You press a button to power it on and another button to select a channel. And within milliseconds, that channel is on. There is no lag. There's no refresh problems. There's no decompression problems for compressed streams, although you probably wouldn't even know it was compressed or not from the satellite. You literally just get this flawless experience, and that has iterated year on year on year ever since the television first came out. I think I'm going to get it wrong here, but the 40s, maybe 30s, 40s, probably as early as, no, it won't be the earliest 20s. So the 40s, late 40s, 50s. With the black and white TV set, and progressively it got better with color TVs and more scan lines, and then HD, and then 4K, and it's just become this flawless experience on the majority. Compared to the internet, however, if you imagine having a blab style 4K interactive TV show with four people in those boxes in glorious full HD or 4K, that's something really difficult to do on the internet if you don't have a number of variables in place, be it internet connection, be it computer speed, be it camera equipment, studio equipment, to make it look good. When people watch TV, the majority of the time you have no idea the amount of work and effort and money that goes into actually producing that show. It's huge. To get things right, to get things color balanced, to get audio right, to make things not fall over, to make sure switches work, to make sure graphics come on, it takes a whole team of people to get right. Now, I'm not saying you need a whole team of people now, because things are getting smaller, faster, you need less people, you need to train on this stuff a little bit, but I can help you a little bit out in terms of having a good experience. And the biggest one I always try and get across to people is learn about the word latency, because latency is the conversation killer when it comes to web video. If you have an internet connection which for some reason keeps on dropping out packets, I'm probably going a bit more advanced here, but the way the internet works is that you send packets of information from your computer to the internet and back and forth. That data moves back and forth between your computer. If there's an issue with latency, that causes the video to buffer and stutter and sound like you're from some kind of techno song. And the problem with that is there's various amount of variables that can cause that problem, and I'm going to get into some of those about non-essential programs, internet speeds, doing speed tests, doing ping tests, using wide over Wi-Fi, update processes, background processes, BitTorrents running. All of this stuff can have an impact on your web stream. And so when you're interacting with people, it doesn't matter how good your wirecast setup is, if your internet connection is not on point, if your computer's not ready to receive good web video, if you're not ready to send good web video, then you're going to have a bad experience, and the people at the other end are going to have a bad experience and probably will turn off, because most people have got used to just pressing a button on a remote control and it working. We're fighting uphill to make sure that people get into this stuff en masse. So the more we can do to remove the latency issue as best we can. You're still going to have latency, but there's a lot you can do to get around it. And this section, I'm going to go through that. The next one coming up, I think, is non-essential running programs, but I'm going to go through a whole series of them. If you go through this, I guarantee you will have a better experience of doing web video online.